until you guys decide, you know, yes
I have an
or no.
idea.
I just went live, so we're gonna now start. Anyway, for you guys watching, my name is Nerdarchy Dave. Nerdarchy, 4 Nerds by Nerds, and I have Vex and Samantha here with me today, and we're going to be starting off the Ladies' Night at the NAG, all female gamers, running through this group. And I don't know how many sessions we're going to run it for, but today I wanted to do a session 0. There's going to probably be some more ladies joining us later on. And I just want to talk about the characters and expectations of the games and what you guys want to get out of the game.
Awesome.
So pretty much I know we've discussed some things in chat, and you guys are pretty much looking to play fantasy. 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons is a system we're going to use.
Okay.
And you guys had some ideas for characters.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I still gotta get my stats on my character, actually. I keep forgetting you gave me the stat generation rules.
Well,
But yeah, I was gonna do the gnome wizard. It's a classic. It's a goodie.
So we're going to use standard array or point by 27 points, and you guys can arrange your stats however you want.
Okay.
Perfectly fine with me.
Creation, like, right now isn't that important. Just, like, as long as we have the concepts, just some things we want to hammer out, like, what level would you guys like to start at?
That's actually what I was going to recommend. I was going to say, if we're going to do it, and we're going to start off the campaign like this, we should just go all out. Like, go to the highest, go to 20 or something like that, and be awesome. That way people will know about us and our heroic deeds, and then they can, like, remember us from all the things that we did.
Now, are you saying you want to go to level 20, or you want to start at level 20?
Start! Just go hard, or go home.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that right out the gate. That might be interesting.
I'm actually more fond of the classic Timwick, Gary Gygax stuff of, it's not, getting to max level and all the cool powers you get at that point, but it's about the journey to get there.
Okay, so we have opposite ends of the spectrum. So, what I was actually going to suggest was starting at like 3rd level, because I feel like your first second, and 3rd level are kind of your apprenticeship levels in 5th edition, and it's not until 3rd level that you're actually the class. Now, I'm okay with starting higher than that, but I think 20 might be a little bit over the top, especially if we're going to run multiple sessions.
Yeah, no, that's cool too. Yeah, I would start maybe somewhere that wasn't just 1st level, just so that we could maybe have a little more fun. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Taking a picture of a cat is like taking a picture of a 2-year-old child high on sugar and caffeine with a pet fee.
I can hear someone talking in the background. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, sorry,
Yes.
That's my sister and wife talking back and forth.
Sorry,
That's
can
okay. They're
anybody hear
apparently
me?
taking
I'll fix it next time. I'll figure something out, but unfortunately, it's the best I could do tonight.
But
I
that's
wasn't
okay.
thinking.
It's not a big deal. And we got a brandy, it looks like.
Yeah, can you guys
Hi,
hear me?
Brandy.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. Perfect.
All
I can
right.
hear but can't see.
Yeah, no, I look like a mess and there's cats running everywhere. So, mic off. Camera off for now.
We have a druid. We have a druid on board.
Oh, nice. What's up, man?
So, Sam, Vex, Brandy, Samantha, Vex.
Hi.
And so, Brandy, what we were just discussing is what level to start the campaign at.
Okay.
And Samantha tried to give me a heart attack, so like we should start right at 20.
Oh, jeez.
Pansy started anything less than 20.
Oh, okay.
I tried. All right.
But we're gonna rein it down a little bit, and I'm thinking like somewhere between 3rd, anywhere from 3rd to 6th, even as high as 10.
That'd be cool.
I'm thinking like I would like to play with you guys for like 3 to 6 sessions at least. Maybe it'll go further than that. Well, it depends. Like if we get like really good viewership, or if we're just having a lot of fun, we keep going with it.
Okay.
But mainly, the main reason why I want to do why I'm looking at a shorter arc is just because I would like to play with more people and
Right.
have limited time, unfortunately.
Cool. Yeah, for sure. Let's have fun.
So, with that in mind, so we already established fantasy, 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and I know we got Vex with a gnome wizard.
Yeah.
And did you have a background in mind?
Still hammering out. I wanted to hear a bit more about the I wanted to do session 0 and get an idea of where the setting is and kind of craft something around that more.
Okay. So I was actually talking to Samantha while you were getting the headphones together, and she kind of asked the same thing. So I'm just gonna run it in our homebrew campaign of Wolfgania, which is kind of open-ended right now. And what I wanted to do was talk to all of you ladies and figure out what you wanted from the game, and I was going to build it around that.
Cool.
With you. Like, you're like, I want elements of steampunk or arcanapunk or whatever, figure it out, and whatever sounds fun for you guys.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, Dave, did I tell you that I chose my my class and all that too?
I think half-elf barbarian.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. You have an idea for a background?
Yeah, I have kind of an idea. I'm sort of a Outlander background, so I come from kind of, that sort of setting.
Yeah, and that's actually what I mean by background for right now, not so much backstory.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we can hammer that kind of stuff out. Brandy, what are you thinking about?
I was probably going to go gnome. I'm just checking through the book really quick because I haven't really had time to check too much.
That's
But I
okay.
was probably going to go a gnome ranger.
Ooh, that's a nice choice.
Nice.
And as far as backstory, I haven't done too much yet, so I'll probably think about that tonight.
Okay. So, what are you guys looking to get out of the campaign?
Adventure and cool things that we find or something like that. Very fantasy, very maybe old world or maybe slightly steampunk. That's what I was thinking.
So $5 for time only.
I'm really easy, though it might just be because of DM conditioning of I make a character kind of based on their realm, but
Yeah.
I'm if you want to hear about what I'm a fan of,
Yeah, absolutely. Anything that you would find cool or you'd want to see happen in the game?
I like stuff that can eventually, like if it doesn't get handled, it's going to have some sort of major effect on the world. I don't know.
What I'm hearing is you want to matter. You want what your characters do. You want it to matter. You want your characters to matter, whatever they have to address.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I tend to, again, I'm kind of the weirdos of my generations of I love the more classic feeling settings like the Mystaria setting from AD&D and stuff.
Okay.
So take that as you will. It's just I grew attached to it through all sorts of different just games, and oddly enough, I grew most attached with it because of video games, but I digress.
That's fine. So, like, the purpose for us doing a session 0 is, matter of fact, it's kind of a new thing for me and Nerdarchy as a whole. But once we kind of like latched onto the idea and discovered it, we realized it would have fixed a lot of the problems that we had in previous games and campaigns and groups. So, for instance, one of the things is like maturity level. I figure, since we're going to broadcast as well, I'm going to shoot for PG-13.
Yeah.
I agree.
I tend to fall into more PG-13 games because anything, I don't feel it adds a whole lot to start going into adult things. You can still have mature conversations in a PG-13 setting, though. So.
Agreed. So,
Talking about like don't be dropping f-bombs and stuff, right?
Mm.
a little bit of that's okay. I mean, you've watched our videos, so clearly we're not like.
Oh yeah, we watched the videos. Ryan, you're so funny. I love it. PG-13, cool.
Yeah, you know, so it's like, what is that? That would be like one F-bomb per episode or whatever. For each one.
Okay. I'll make sure to do just that every time. No, I'm just joking. Cool. I like it. I like the purpose too. I like it to be not just we're going out to get cool stuff. I guess I didn't really mean that so much by being level 20. I just sort of figured the adventure would be great, but that's up to our imagination, so I'm going to leave it to whatever we do. I think it's going to be fun.
You can be epic at any level. So
Right.
How do you guys feel about level 6 as a starting point?
I think that sounds good.
Yeah, that seems like a good
lot of
place.
spells at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the other thing is, do you guys want to start off knowing each other?
I don't mind starting off. Huh?
I'm either or. I don't care.
So,
I think it all depends. Every campaign that I've ever played, we always end up meeting in a tavern of some sort. So, like, by the end of the first 10 minutes, we end up knowing each other anyway. So,
That's cool.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't really make a difference if we know each other at the beginning because, you know, it always ends up forced upon you.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. I tend to be the fan of, you know, kind of having a backstory of some kind that kind of draws the group together. So that way you can start off like on the middle of the road and the group gets attacked immediately. You know, start off the story with a fight instead of, you know, having to build up to it, wasting however much time to get the group together. It seems like getting the group together is something you can do out of character to get the thing started before. I'm weird.
That's a good point, actually. Why not just start out kind of like in the Lord of the Rings, where Frodo and Sam meet up with, you know, Merry and Pippin, and they all go off and they know each other and blah blah blah. Kind of crazy.
The other thing, too, is starting at a higher level, level 6, you've already had some kind of history. So, you know, a lot of the campaigns we've done have always been like, oh, the DM has to get everyone together. But as you know, as we've been doing it for a while, and I've been exposed to different ideas, in some ways it just makes more sense to say, you know what, you guys want to play the game, then we just start off together and figure out how that happened. You know, and it's so much easier too in this day and age. I mean, you know, with Facebook, with messaging, texting, like. You know, it's not even like we have to get together to hammer out all the details. Like, it's almost like the game can keep going even when we're not, you know, actually playing the game.
It's easier to keep in touch with each other, basically, is, I think, to sum it up in a few words.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. So.
We have the technology. So, so what I was thinking, we could start you guys off in Griffingaff, where we run most of our games out of, just because we've done the most work there.
Okay.
Okay.
Works for me.
And I know it might sound a little pushy, but I like to highlight one of my favorite monsters to fight and see in a game, for some reason, happens to be troglodytes.
Troglodytes, interesting.
They're just one of those weird monster races that I was like, they're really cool, but they don't get enough attention. But again, I do so much and have a lot of people tend to say I have a unique perspective when it comes to certain games. And
no, I actually like it because that's kind of like one of the purposes of us doing this is for me to get from you guys what do you want to get out of the game. Like, I don't care if it seems silly or crazy or whatever to you. But if you're like this part of the game actually interests me, then I have no problem in putting that in the game. Okay. But if no one tells you, how do you know, right?
Very true. As I said, it's sort of a bad group conditioning is about the best way I can explain it. It's
So what if you guys actually come to Griffingaff together? We start off with you guys just getting to Griffingaff, which is it's not quite it's on the verge of becoming a city. It's not quite there yet.
okay.
Because you're tracking some kind of menace that involves troglodytes.
Okay.
That's cool.
I like it.
That's fun.
And so, although although I kind of call this like ladies of the NAG, we don't actually have to do anything with the NAG if you guys don't want to, or you guys could be members of the NAG and they could be the ones that have sent you to investigate.
That's cool. That kind of connects us too at some point. And it's a good way to start off a female campaign for Nerdarchy anyways.
So with that being said, you guys could just be acquaintances, through the organization. Maybe you've done, a lot of work together or a little bit of work. Like that's something you guys can work out between now and when we first get started.
Okay, something to think about. I would like to have lots of magic. I kind of like stuff like that,
Magic is good. I do enjoy that.
Okay, so define lots of magic, because I don't know if you've watched our games or not, but we're kind of stingy DMs. But but we can work with it. So.
You guys need some freaking feminine touch. We're gonna bring the magic, baby.
There you go.
Well, and there's a difference between lots of magic and, interesting magic.
I'm not talking about, like, fire out your ass, nothing like that. Not, like, crazy, insane. Just kind of like, you come around a corner and there's, like, this magical water fountain and there's, like, this blue, dusty aura around it. What could it possibly be? Stuff like that. Just simple but cool.
Okay, that actually works. 'Cause I feel like that we're actually kind of there in our games where we do a lot of stuff with like the chaos magic and unexplained stuff happening, but less with rampant spellcasters running around and magic items falling from the sky type stuff. More like phenomena.
Yeah. That's kind of why when it comes to magic, like one of the things when we were talking, I'm bringing in conversation about the group I'm starting to run. We haven't quite started, but they want to have, like all sorts of interesting magic, like what you're explaining,
Right.
Suddenly a tower sprouts out of the ground. Magic.
Well, yeah, and that's fine.
Degrees.
Well, you just don't expect magic stores, the magic shop.
Okay, yeah.
Magic stores, well, there's a difference between a magic store, like, it kind of changed between the editions. Like, I remember, like, playing, if you've heard of it, Hackmaster, or magic stores is more of a spell components, when you say magic store as opposed to magic store where they sell a plethora of +1 swords and whatnot.
Yeah, more like apothecaries and, maybe like an alchemist shop.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, stuff like that. That's cool. I like that kind of thing.
Now, is there any things that you guys absolutely don't want in the game, don't want to see happen, taboos, whatever?
I'm open.
I think a lot of it's addressed with the PG-13 level.
Yeah.
Well, like you've mentioned in your videos, some. I think straight up evil characters, like the really weird evil characters, because there's certain evil characters that are fine and good, and well, not good as in good people, but they don't cannibalize people.
Yes.
You don't need that.
Like our Shadowrun Section 0, where we decided there will be no cannibalism.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how we got to the point where we had to be that specific, but
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, who knows, man? We're in the world of magic. Who knows what you can find?
So one of the things as a DM is I want my character, I want my players to be heroic. So, the good guys or gals, as the case may be. So everybody on board with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, neutrality is a good thing.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to change my tune a little bit. I'm used to being the person that's like, this guy's not telling us what we need to know. Break his legs and toss him out the window. So.
Well, you can still be a little bit of a hard ass. That there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I have to be
Randy,
lawful
if he
too.
deserves it, we'll say it's okay. We'll say it's a good thing.
Okay. Awesome. I mean, to be fair, in my campaign, he was trying to kill the person I was assigned to protect. So the window was fair punishment.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I'm a barbarian, so if I rage out, I'll just like give you an excuse at any time.
Nice. Works for me.
We'll
Sweet.
we'll emphasize the hobo over the murder part. That's all.
You
Okay.
can have 2 stories, right?
Nice.
All right. So trying to think if there's anything else we need to cover. So do you guys have anything from while we're talking or that you thought of before that you want to bring up for backstory? I know Brandy said you haven't really come up with anything yet.
Well, usually what I do when I play gnome characters, because they are so old and they come from, like, just kind of, like, out in the middle of nowhere, like, I usually tend to make them wanderers, like, they left their home, wanted to see what the world was all about, usually ends up getting into trouble. So I think I'm going to go along those lines.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I guess backstory is one of those things that kind of helps with the story a little bit, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else would be cool to do.
Actually, was reading through the backgrounds that they mentioned in the player's handbook, and I kind of got attached to the storyteller entertainer background, but I don't think if that applies to what you're kind of asking about.
No, but I mean, if that's something you want to include, that's information that I can use anyway. So, if you're leaning towards that, do you know what mage tradition you're going with?
I'm going to go with the golden standard for gnomes.
Illusionist.
Illusionist. Illusion's just way too much fun to pass up, especially with just how much you can mess with people.
That was one of my early on favorites as well, the gnome illusionist.
That's rad.
And that actually works really well with the entertainer background.
Yeah, that's why I latched onto it, because I was thinking, gnome illusionist and storyteller, have different little magical illusions telling a story.
I'm excited that you're playing a wizard. I think that's so cool.
And then, Brandy, if you're playing a ranger, do you know if you're going to go hunter or beastmaster?
Let me take a look at the book. I've never actually looked at the difference. What are the differences, like, right off the top of your head? Is there any, like, huge comparison?
Yeah, the beastmaster kind of sucks compared to hunter mechanically.
Okay.
But that being said, we've kind of come up with a fix for that.
Okay.
And so what we're doing for the Beastmasters or the Beast Companions in our world is we are making a hit point pool between the Ranger and the Beast.
Okay.
Because the biggest disadvantage that I see with the Beast Companion in 5th edition is they're so squishy.
Okay.
And it seems weird to have the Beast constantly being murdered and the Ranger having to summon a new one, every other day. After a while, the Ranger's going to get a bad reputation. Be like, PETA's going to show up. It's going to be a mess.
Okay. I think I'm going to go more along the line of Hunter then. I'm not going to mess with that.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, like, we fixed it so that you have a shared hit point. So basically, the way it'll work is when you summon your Beast Companion, you just essentially add their hit points to yours.
Okay.
And if someone is attacking the Beast or they're attacking you, they're just attacking the same hit point pool.
Okay.
So you can read them over and decide which one you prefer.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know that
Sorry.
we're being infiltrated.
Open the door.
It's my house's security system.
Go, Steven. Ooh. Oh my god.
So what I was saying is, we've made it so Beast Companion is actually a viable option. If you like that, then by all means you can pick whatever you want, and I'll work with you to make sure it's something you'll have fun playing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to take a look and see what seems to click better for me.
And the interesting thing is, we're gonna have 2 gnomes in the party, which is
I'm so excited about that.
Well, technically, we have like some of the rare races in the group.
yeah, they're all the uncommon. So, Brandy and Vex, what sub races are you going with?
I was going to go with. I was gonna go with the. I know there's 2 types of gnomes. There's rock gnomes, and then there's the other kind. I can't remember what the other.
Forest.
The what?
Forest gnomes.
Thank
Yep,
you.
that's what I usually go. I've never really liked the other option.
That feels more World of Warcraft, and that just makes me kind of go opposite direction immediately. I have bad memories with World of Warcraft. Just some.
There's also Snurfneblin, the deep gnomes.
Yeah, the Smurfnebblies. Woo! I've read those books. I am nerdy that way. I have read all about Brits.
I don't think I've done much. The only book I've read for 5th edition is the core book thus far.
So, and also, if you guys find anything in the Unearthed Arcana on the Watt site, you can use that as well.
Okay.
So it sounds like you guys are going to both be forest gnomes.
Yeah, I think so.
Good choice. I like
Not Vex. She's got bad memories about forest gnomes.
No, I have bad memories about the rock gnomes because it feels like it's too much of the World of Warcraft gnome.
I see. I'm sorry, I misheard you.
It's alright.
I also prefer the forest gnomes as well. Also, I call them the David the Gnome gnomes as well.
David the Gnome.
I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to know who David the Gnome is.
No,
I am
definitely
single
not.
Dave, I am going to be Totem of the Hawk, by the way, and my nickname will be, or my name for my character is Agnetha, and her kind of name on the side is Solo Hawk. So there's some information for you. I have that figured out so far.
Okay, what was the name again? Agnetha?
Agnetha. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what was the nickname?
Solo Hawk.
Solo Hawk. Okay. So now on the actual totems, every time you get access to a new one, you don't always have to pick the same animal unless you want to.
Yeah, I read that. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind too. I think the hawk is just so cool. Out of all the ones I read, I just think it's got the most, like, I don't know, it's pretty OP. It's pretty rad.
Cool.
I'm gonna have like a cool like feather headdress with like rad leather knots in the front. She's gonna have like yellow eyes and like red flaming hair. She's gonna be pretty cool looking. I'll be all buff and strong like a barbarian.
So I'm kind of like now envisioning like the sorceress from He-Man. Did she have the hawk or the eagle headdress?
Yeah, she's got like eagle feathers everywhere, and she even sort of, you know, since I'm gonna be a 6th level, maybe I'll even have like cool bird things happening to me on like my neck or like my skin. I'll have like feathers growing out in random places, stuff like that. That's pretty cool, you know.
Score.
But hey, you know, we could be like a group of women that are like on a mission, like a clan or something. I don't know how to explain it right now, but I was sort of thinking about it. We could be, you know, yeah, like we're off on a mission for, you know, fighting off some sort of evil or chaos. You know, we've got like a purpose of good that we're gonna fulfill. Whether Brandy, like she said, sometimes I'm a little rough, like, hey, me too, but we're still gonna conquer and like do cool stuff as like a clan. You know, it could be something like that. Like we could all come from the same place, and we have like this idea, or maybe we had a vision of something evil that we've got to seek out and destroy. You know, something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
So I definitely I'm going to work. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work troglodytes into it somehow.
Cool.
You know, whether it's whether it's some kind of different kind of cult, or maybe some dark god or something that's calling to the troglodytes, and for some reason they're being drawn to this town of Gryffindor because everything bad seems to be happening there anyway. Just recently there's been a bunch of chaos magic that's been unleashed in that region. We've had a couple portals open up to different realms, so I definitely do something with that. I think that would probably be intriguing to a gnome wizard as well, from an academic standpoint.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be like, I must figure this out.
So I think we got a good basis to work with, and so my plan is for us to meet once a month.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about like doing either 7 or 8 o'clock time slot every second Sunday?
That's fine with me.
Is Sunday the only day that you can?
I can. I can do Sunday and probably Friday.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely good with either of those days as long as they're later. Every Sunday we do sushi at like 1 o'clock, so as long as it doesn't interfere with sushi, all is right in the world.
Nice. We will not interfere with sushi.
Okay.
Never.
Sushi is a way of life that can't be messed with.
I agree with that, sister. Okay, so Friday is kind of better for me, you know. My husband's usually home by that time of the day. So, you know, the kids are sort of taken care of at that point.
Okay.
Sundays are hard for me. So I wanted to ask you about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm free most days.
Okay, so if we were to do the second Friday of the month at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
That's fine. Just keep in mind once it starts to get close to 9 o'clock Mountain Time, which is basically I'm 2 hours behind you guys. And
Okay.
I know that's not helping because time conversion is going to be confusing. But about 9, I start passing out, whether I like it or not.
And but you're 2 hours. That gives us like a 3-hour window. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Because I figure I'm going to run for 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
So as long as that works with you guys, and then we can tidy everything else up in the chat as far as the specifics of your characters. If you guys think of anything that you think will be relevant for background stuff, did Samantha just fall over?
Uh-oh.
Are you okay over there?
Okay, that sounds awesome. I'm going to be super excited to play with you guys every month. I'm really excited.
Same here.
Awesome.
Started.
I'm looking forward to it. Like one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, I just wanted to play with different group dynamics that I'm used to, and try something new.
Indeed. It's good.
So I'm looking forward to gaming with you ladies, and with that, stay nerdy, and I'm going to stop the broadcast.